Come on in. Let me know where you're watching from. It is definitely No Makeup Sunday. We are down to just hours before DBA goes up for volume 2. You can get volume 1 right now, and you're going to get volume 2 at no additional charge. So I am coming live to make sure everyone knows, and I am here to answer your questions. It's like I accidentally wrote hi on the screen of my computer. That's funny. That's cute. Still keeping it cute. Still keeping it cute. Oops. So come on in. Let me know where you are watching from. Let me know with the 1 in the comments if you have DBA, or if you are new here, drop a 2 in the comments. Super excited. Was on the fact that there were 500 people with more wanting to get in a sales training on a Sunday evening in summer speaks a lot. It says a lot about what's going on. And I am so happy that I've already joined and am a part of this, because this is absolutely incredible. I really look tired today. In as many years as I've been a digital marketer, I've just not seen something like this. I just have not seen it. And so, to see it and see who the people are in the room and see all the color and just the energy and the vibe, it's very exciting. So let me know in the comments with a 1 if you are new here. Let me know if you are new here. I just like to always know who I am talking to. And let me know too if you already have DBA. Okay, so I've joined DBA on the 12th of June, and up here on the screen is where I am so far between DBA and selling some of the done for you products that are in DBA. Okay, honestly, I feel like that number should be higher, because DBA is such a great value. There's so much in there that number should actually be higher. But I also have to give myself some grace, because I haven't really been actively promoting on TikTok for quite some time. So that's still doing very well. And I also need to pick up the pace and be a lot more active with it on some of the other platforms. I've just been like super swamped. Hey there. Hey Tyra. Hey girl. Hey, thanks for the likes. Thanks for the love. I appreciate it. Definitely appreciate it. But when you look at DBA and there's like a 16-year-old who's made over $2,000 with DBA, you know that you've got something special, right? I just did a post on some other platforms, and was like, a lot of us are running around talking about, oh, AI is going to take our job. And in the home business space, in the coach space, in the consultant space, there's a lot of chatter around, oh, what used to work isn't working anymore. And, people are just refusing to get with the times. They're refusing to modernize their marketing. And so they're having to result to tactics from the 70s and the 80s. And it's like, okay, that's only going to work for you for so long. And then you're going to run out of market even faster than you would or did online. So it speaks to a couple of things. Number one, some of the people who've been online have been hiding and lying, like I've been telling y'all for quite some time. And now it's really showing itself that they've been lying and been in disguise, right? And 2, that, this is a very interesting time. Like, we have to get with the times, and we have to get with them fast, or we're going to get lost. There are some very scary things happening, not in the world, but in this country. Like, it's really, really scary. Like, I was with both of my daughters last night, and I'm like, listen, everybody has to have a passport. I've got mine. The grandkids need their passports. Everybody needs a passport, because you never know. what might happen. But everybody needs a passport, and it's time to, you know, like seriously even start looking at like dual citizenship, and getting passports from other countries. It really is, okay? So, you know, I don't want to get political. I don't want to go there, but the whole point is we're living in some really scary times. And the scariest thing for me would be to put my future in the hands of a job, in the hands of a corporation, in the hands of a company. Now, I'm not telling anybody to just up and quit your job. I would never do that. That would be very negligible to do that. What I am saying is you need to monetize yourself. You need to become the product. You need to productize and monetize yourself. Welcome, Miss Disturbing Ya Peace. Okay. Oh, is that a threat? Okay. So, you know, you need to productize and monetize yourself. And, you know, a couple years ago, it was hot girl summer. And then, you know, it was always this girl summer, that girl summer. It was even white boy winter last year, right? And I'm calling this digital boss summer. This is the get in your bag summer. This is the get in your digital bag summer, right? There are people out there there's like 7 or 10 people who've made $10,000 or more with DBA, and in just a matter of weeks. DBA is approaching 8,000 members in less than 60 days, in about 60 days, right? I don't even think it's been 60 days. I think it'll be like 60 days in the middle of this coming week or later in the week, right? So it's not even 60 days, and DBA is at nearly 8,000 members. So there is definitely momentum, nowhere near saturation. Absolutely nowhere near saturation. Like, it's just not anywhere close to it. Couldn't even think about calling it. It's saturated, right? If you feel it's saturated, it means you're in the wrong spaces. It means you're only in the circle and the network of the product and the community, and you need to expand your horizons. That's right. You need to go out and you need to venture out into some new spaces and show yourself friendly and make connections and actually listen to people, right? Because like I said on another live, just by going through your Facebook friends and just engaging on their content and going in the inbox and having genuine conversation where you are being more interested in them than trying to be interesting, the opportunity to talk about DBA, if only from the standpoint of listening to what people talk about, can't go on vacation, food being too high, medical bills, impending divorce, need a second job. They're going to give you all these clues and cues to be able to talk to them about DBA. And my best line ever is, you may be interested, you may not, and if you're not, maybe you know someone who will, right? And just make it very nonchalant, make it very like, some will, some won't, I don't care. It's just my job to let you know that there is this option here. And here is the preview if you want to check that out, or you can join us on the webinar, right? So, but it's definitely get in your bag summer. We are ending the quarter tonight, okay? And tomorrow marks a new quarter, right? If you've been following me for some time, first of all, if you're new here, my name is Tamira. I have 32 years of sales, marketing, and leadership experience. I have 2 adult children, 27 and 32, and my 2 grandbabies are a boy 10 and a girl 4. So I have double master's degrees in marketing and finance, a bachelor's degree in marketing and Spanish, and I have literally been in marketing for more than half of my life. 10 years ago when I started an online business, that's what made me have to learn digital marketing, because digital marketing was not taught in undergraduate or even graduate when I got my master's degree. I mean, even for my second master's degree, we were still using compact discs. We were still using CDs, for different for different spreadsheets and things like that. The books, what I'm saying is the book still had a CD in either the front cover or the back cover, right? So I age myself, but it is what it is, okay? So, I had a lot of success online right away because I had the marketing background, right? And, it was great for marketing to my friends list, right? Which at the time was about 2,000. Okay. And, one of the things you'll find when you are building an online business is that your friends and family, it's not that they won't even necessarily support you. I think some of them just honestly don't know how to support you. There will be those who just are going to be haters and never support you. They'll lie to you and they'll pretend to your face like they're going to, and they never do, right? But then there's others who just, I really don't think they know how to, or they just don't think that they can do what it is that you do. But a lot of it's going to be that they have to learn to see you in a different light, right? Because they think of you in a certain way. You already have a brand with them is what I'm saying, right? Whether you create your brand or not, you have one, right? And so you can rebrand and be a lot more intentional. Oh, this is good. You can rebrand and be a lot more intentional about the perception that people have of you. I've done it in corporate America many times over, right? It's like that meme that says every time I start a new job, I get my grandparents are all born again or something like that, or I get 4 new grandparents or something like that, because basically they lie about their grandparents dying and taking off of work when they want to. Okay, so it's kind of like that, but only in a less morbid sense, in that you get to be reborn again, right? You can recreate your image physically, with a haircut, with a hairstyle, a hair color. You can go out on a shopping spree and get a new wardrobe, and that is a part of your rebrand. But just like in the digital world, it's not this. It's the equivalent of saying that, just going out and getting a logo and business cards and creating a website doesn't mean you have a business, because you still got to have customers, right? The goal of business is to create a customer, and that comes from the godfather of modern management, Peter Drucker. And I don't even know if it's modern management anymore, because he was, from like the early 1900s, early to mid-century 1900s. So anyway, for an old dog like me, he was the godfather of management. He was actually still alive for some time. So, you still have to, if you want to rebrand in your job, for example, it is more than just getting, a new haircut, a new, new fashion sense, right? It can be any day. You can walk into work and rebrand yourself, but it especially is great during, if you get a new role, right? If you get a new position, even internally or from another company. But it's more than just the clothes. It's more than just the hair. It can be the way that you speak. And one of the ways that I would have branded myself, aside from hair, in clothes in corporate, is a certain skill set, becoming known for a certain skill set, right? So in my last, 6-figure job, my reputation was, if you wanted to be on a fast development track and get promoted, you wanted to be on my team. That was part of my brand. That was a very strong part of my brand. If you wanted to be successful, if you wanted to get on a track to become management, if you wanted to get on a track to ascend, right? You wanted to come work for me. I wasn't the easiest to work for, but I was very dedicated and loyal to my team. And I was all about development. I was a people developer. I promoted 18 people in 3 months. That's why I say it's not just sales and marketing. I actually have very strong leadership experience, right? And so it becomes your results. Your results become a part of your brand, right? So how can you brand yourself based upon the results that you have, right? And that is for you to do an inventory. Like, what have I done? You shouldn't wait to update your resume, for example, when you need to apply for a job, right? You should always be interviewing. You should always be interviewing, and you should always have an up-to-date resume. You should always, sometimes, because if only for you to remind your boss who the fuck you are. Okay? You might have to remind them who the fuck you are. Like, seriously, right? Like, come review time. When they get to jacking and talking crazy in your on your review, I've had them, no, you need to take that out. That is absolutely not true. Okay, the system I use to set up my links is called TapLink, and that is in my bio. Not a lot of people use it. They came to me several years ago and made me an offer that I couldn't refuse. And part of that offer to create content for them, I got lifetime access to their product. So you can DM me and I can send you over my affiliate link for that. It's actually very easy to set up, and it's only like $30 some for the year for a professional account. The other option that most people use, however, is StanStore. The only reason I didn't do StanStore is because I had something that works and converts for me, okay? I'll be honest with you, StanStore is great for people who don't know how to set up a website. Like, I know how I have set up my own WordPress website, multiple of them. I know how to set up websites on Wix, right? And so StanStore is a very great, easy, low-tech way for the beginner to get started without having to learn WordPress like I did 10 years ago, okay? Because I had to learn WordPress and I had to learn some other, what do you call those, plugins, right? Because technically, really all you need is a payment link. A lot of people don't know that. Technically, you can technically use a Google Doc. You can use a Google Doc. Okay. In fact, I have one. Let me remember what it is. Actually, if you go to tamirahamilton.com/PPM, which stands for Pin Profits Mastery, that is a quote unquote sales page website. But all that is a Google Doc, and I use my Stripe link and a button that I downloaded from the internet. So, but that still might be very complicated and scary for some people. And so that is why something like Stan is very valuable. So I know StanStore comes with a free 2-week trial. And then after that, I think it starts at $29, I hear. And then the account that most people use is $99. So the idea is this, okay? I believe in flipping things, just like real estate. Well, this is good. I love when I get to talk to y'all like this. Nobody else gets it. Like, I can't just sit and talk to my children and family about this stuff, okay? So thank y'all for being my friend, okay? So the idea is this. You can get started with DBA for actually only $27 with Klarna or Afterpay. You get full access, and if you join by tonight, you get volume 1 and volume 2, which is an additional 25 plus modules, okay, for only $111. But you can break that up into 4 payments with Klarna or Afterpay. But even when you break it up with Klarna or Afterpay into the 4 payments, you still get access to everything, including resale rights. And that is why there are no refunds, because you get full access and you can turn it into money. And the amount of value that is in there for what you're paying is absolutely insane. So the idea is that you can get started for only $27 on the low. You can set up your StanStore with a free trial, and then you can see, here's where a lot of people go wrong. Y'all expect your content to convert for you within the first couple days to a first couple weeks. I'm a realist. I'm gonna tell you that does happen for some people, but it usually is because they have been building audience and community and educating for quite some time, and they are now bringing the right market to the right audience, okay? It doesn't mean that it can't happen. It doesn't mean that they are lying, or I'm not saying any of that. I'm just being very real and speaking from a standpoint of over 32 years of sales and marketing and leadership experience. It's very rare, if you are brand spanking new, to expect to be able to make customers from just posting content, right? From just posting content, you're typically looking at a minimum of 6 months before a stranger will buy from you. I'm never gonna lie to you, okay? So, well, why should I do this then, Tamira? Because you have friends and family, because you have a network, because you have social media presence, and you can proactively go out, like I already talked about a little bit, and begin to have conversation in your network and listen for the clues and you can indirectly start talking to people. And you can make sure that, you know, and I talk a lot about your income producing activities, right? Thank you for the love, by the way. One of your income producing activities should be 5 to 10 direct pitches every single day. And that is on the low. There are people who will tell you 20. Okay, and that is you identifying, and I talked about this on another video, like on Facebook, for example, your low-hanging fruit is going to be people who have those professional accounts like I do. So if you look me up on Facebook and you look at my profile and look at how it is compared to yours, because if you have a professional account, you already know. If you do not have a professional account, go and find me on Facebook. In fact, the link in my bio, if you scroll down, all my socials are there. Look at me on Facebook, and you will see my account looks a little different than yours. You'll see a follower account, right? I don't think they even break it down into friends. You'll see the follower account. That is a professional account. People typically have switched to the professional account because they want to be a part of the monetization program. I'm giving you money here. Double tap that screen fast and furiously, because I am literally telling you how to make your first sale if you have not made it, okay? So those people who are in the professional or account, or you know for a fact that they are in the monetization program, you need to reach out to them. And if you are in DBA, search for me on the school app, and I've given scripts of what to say. Okay, I've provided scripts in the community portion of DBA on the school app, and you will find the scripts and the examples that I've given you that you can then approach those people with. It is very easy and low-hanging fruit because they have a definite interest in making money online. You can also go in Facebook groups, and they don't have to be a group that is full of people who are all selling resale products. I actually would not recommend those. I would go into the groups where that are based on things that you have an actual interest in. Right? Like I'm in Black Girls Who Love to Decorate Outdoors groups. I'm in Black Girls Who Love Starbucks group. I'm in regular, just Starbucks groups. I'm in Trader Joe's groups. I'm in Aldi groups. Go in those groups that you are in. Find the ones of where you are truly interested, whether it's Wonder Woman, you know, I love Mexican food. I'm in Mexican food groups. I'm in travel groups, wine groups. Go in there and make friends and start talking to them and start looking through their profiles and start having conversations, okay? I'm going to give you homework. I'm going to give you a book. Remember, personal development, your income will seldom exceed development, okay? And you want to spend 10 minutes or read for 10 pages each day, 7 days a week. Okay, you want to be reading for at least 10 pages a day or for 10 minutes. You get to decide. And so I'm going to give you a book to read. It is How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. And yes, it's from the early 1900s, but it is all about, you know, how to make friends, how to network. Okay, I know years ago I did a training on how to win friends and influence people on, I think, Facebook, on FB, but that would be so old now. So I can come back and I should come back and go live and talk about that. But that is how you should be looking at making your first sales. Make your list of hot people, but also don't be attached to the outcome, because that's the mistake a lot of people make. They make their list of 5 or 6 people and they only keep talking to those 5 or 6 people. They don't talk to anyone else. And when those 5 or 6 people say no definitively, then they're done because they say it doesn't work. And that is just not true. And you have to know the law of large numbers. You have to talk to, on average, if you talk to 100 people, you will probably get 10 to 20 yeses. Okay, so just think about that. If you talk to 100 mostly targeted people, you will get 10 to 20 yeses. Okay, that's 10 to 20% conversion. Whereas your content is going to convert at only like 2 to 3%. Okay, in person, you're going to convert higher, you know, anywhere, and sometimes a little less than 10, but 10 to 20% will say yes if you have targeted correctly and you are having the appropriate conversation. So that was a great question. I don't even remember what it was, but yeah, I think I thoroughly answered it. If I thoroughly answered it, double tap that screen and throw up some hearts, because I think I thoroughly answered it. I think I did. Whew, I'm gonna take a breath after all that. So I didn't thoroughly answer it. What other what am I missing? Ask the follow-up question. Okay. But if you want to do this, right, you are going to have to work your business each and every day. And I'm going to tell you something else, right? And that is this. All the training and watching everyone's lives are good, but it's not an income producing activity. You don't make money by watching Brooklyn live, and yes, you should watch her live. I still watch her live because she is excellent at what she does, and so I pick up phrases from her, but I noticed that she also picks up phrases from other people as well, right? So limit how much you are watching other people's lives, okay? Repeat what? Limit how much you watch other people in DBA and their lives. You don't want to watch too many of those, right? You want to kind of get out of the DBA bubble. You need to get out of the DBA bubble. You need to purposely train the algorithm and look up things that your ideal client is interested in. If you are in the DBA bubble, the only people you are ever going to attract to your lives and to your content are people who already have what you are offering. Okay. I trained people on this in network marketing because they would all follow, the people on stage, right? And that was great because you were helping their algorithm and they were getting to other people. There's one company where basically people were actually didn't realize they were sending their customers to the people that were on stage. Okay. So, and I'm not saying that that's happening, and I'm definitely not, I don't think Brooklyn needs to steal a thing from anyone. I am just saying, make sure that you are not only consuming DBA content. Make sure that you are actually out there and watching lives that are related to, for example, for me, I watch a lot of cooking stuff, right? I actually need to put up some cooking. I just don't cook a lot in the summer, but I need to put up like making smoothies and things like that to attract people who are into that kind of content to me, right? Why would I want them over somebody who's interested in digital marketing? Because that's where it becomes kind of incestuous, to be honest with you, for lack of a better phrase. You want to get to people who, yes, believe what you believe, but if they are already in digital marketing, and it's particularly if they are already in DBA, this is why some people end up selling 6 and 7 different MRR courses and packages, because they have their audience, they get their customers, right? They might make $10,000 or $20,000 in sales worth of customers, sometimes even more than that. And then it starts slowing down. So they freak out and they go out and buy another course so that they can sell that course to those same people that have already bought from them. And yeah, now they got a big quick cash infusion, and it does attract more customers to them, but then it just creates a cycle. So then when that begins to slow down, so then they go and they run and they get another product. And you might say, well, damn, Tamira, I might end up at $100,000 at the end of that. Yes, you may, and that's great, but it doesn't duplicate. And at the end of the day, that's what people are going to be looking to you for, is what duplicates, that they can repeat and that they can do themselves, okay? And so that is why you want to look at other interests and show yourself to be interested in things other than digital marketing, which I'm going to be honest with you, it's very difficult for me to do that because I eat, breathe, and sleep marketing. I live for marketing. I am a marketing nerd, a self-proclaimed marketing nerd. I have made this my career for over 30 years. So, like Sheldon Cooper was doing all those formulas and that in his living room. I have literally whiteboards with marketing frameworks on them all around my place. Okay, so that is just the reality of what I do. My girl Jen is here. Hey Jen Bull. Hey girl. Hey. Still waiting on you to join DBA. Today is the day, girl. You get volume 1 and volume 2 for only $111. It will be $333 for both of them tomorrow. So you want to join now, go to the link in my bio, the third button, and you can get started with Klarna for only $27. That beauty business that is in there is the #1 reason why you want to join DBA, girlfriend, because you already have an audience that is interested in building beauty businesses. And now not only can they partner with you in the various things that you are an affiliate and representative of, they can learn and expand their business beyond that. There is so much value in that. So you definitely want to check out DBA and go to that third link in my bio and get signed up before it jumps up to $333 for volumes 1 and volume 2. You can get started for only $27 tonight. And if anyone is on here and they are struggling and they want to learn how to actually sell digital products, I actually joined BPU, which is Business Pro University, the other day. It is only $100. So you can get started with that for only $25 with Klarna or Afterpay. All you have to do is go to the link in my bio. The BPU button is yellow, and the DBA button is red, I believe, but that is the third one. I'm pulling it up here. Yeah, DBA is red and it has a little animation across it, and BPU is yellow. That is the fourth button. You can actually get both of them. You know, that's entirely up to you. If I were going to start with one, I would actually start with DBA because it is all about your business fundamentals. And if you are new, you need to learn first. And so you can learn to sell, but then you're going to need something to sell. So get what you need, what you are going to learn from and be able to sell. And then you can also add on BPU, Business Pro University, which is your master's in how to sell digital products. You know, I cannot stress enough, like, if you don't join today, I'm going to be, I already have it planned. I'm making a post tomorrow that says condolences to the people who bought, who didn't buy DBA yesterday, because now you got to pay $333 for volumes 1 and volume 2. I already can tell you that post is going up tomorrow. Okay. And we have the big webinar tomorrow, but don't wait until the webinar. If you wait until the webinar, you're going to be paying $333. If you join now, you can get volume 1 and volume 2 for only $111 for $27 down with Klarna or Afterpay. Guys, like seriously, it's a no-brainer. It really is just the right thing to do. DBA is incredible. There is so much value in there. It is like your undergraduate degree, where you go for the first year or two and you are learning the fundamentals. You're learning your requirements, right? And then after that you can specialize. Now, I was smart. Okay, I doubled up. I tried to make as many of my requirements be for my general portion of my requirements along with for my major. And that's how I got out in 4 years. And that's my advice to my children, to my nieces and nephews, is to try to double up and make sure that, you know, as many classes as possible are fulfilling multiple requirements if you can. Okay. And so DBA is, you know, you're going to do the Start Here module. The Start Here module is going to give you the legality. It's going to give you an overview. And from there, you are going to go to set up your store, right? And they actually show you 3 different options. Stand Store, which is what I recommend. And I don't even have an affiliate link for it, but I still recommend it. Snip Feed and Beacons. Beacons, from what I understand, is actually the most expensive. See, y'all look at the price per month, and Beacons is not upfront and doesn't give you a price per month. And instead, they're charging you per transaction. Where with Stand Store, you can actually end up getting your Stand Store paid for by having 5 people who join and use your link to create their Stand Store. Then at that point, your Stand Store becomes free, okay? So I was talking about that earlier. The idea is that you can get started today for only $27 with Klarna or Afterpay, right? And so then you can get access to everything, and you can set up your Stand Store for free, okay? And you've got that free for 2 weeks. So during that 2 weeks, you can make a run for it, and I've already outlined a strategy that you could definitely get at least 5 people to sign up to join DBA and set up their Stand Store, and then from that point on, your store is free. Okay, your store is free after that, so long as they keep paying for theirs or earning theirs free for, then it's free. And if not, then hopefully you are working your business enough that you are making enough money to actually pay for your Stand Store each month, okay? And if not, you can DM me. I can walk you through some other options. Like Google Docs and some other things, in order to be able to still sell it. Because technically all you need is a payment link, right? Think about it. If you are on video and you are doing a walkthrough and you are really explaining it, you can just send people to a checkout page through Stripe, right? Or through PayPal, okay? You can do that. I wouldn't do just Cash App or anything like that, but I would do Stripe or PayPal or some other payment processor like that. The thing with that, though, is I like to have certain disclosures and disclaimers, like a link to my terms and conditions, my privacy policy, along with them checking a box that they confirm that the product is non-refundable, okay? But for your first few people, if you're really working through your network, you should be okay with that. And then from there, it's all about creating the money. When you learn how to create the money, you'll never be broke again another day in your life. You'll never be broke again another day in your life, ever. You'll never be broke again another day in your life. If I needed to make $500, I know exactly what to do to make $500 by the end of the day, okay? It's not that difficult to do. And when you have a product like DBA or BPU, you can easily calculate how many customers you need to buy today in order to hit your goal. So you will know at some point, you will figure out how many you need to talk to in a given day to get, to get them converted and say yes, okay? So we were going to look at the classroom for DBA. So here we go. Okay, so this is the start here, and this is what's going to walk you through what you can and can't do, because it is a master resale rights course. And this is setting up your store. There's 3 options: Stand, Snip Feed, and Beacons. Recommend Stand. I don't even have an affiliate link. Millionaire Mindset. We already talked a little bit about your personal development and how you need to do that each day. It's not optional. Hey girl, hey. Hey. Feel free to join if you want to. Build a Bomb Brand. I love to expand this one because Build a Bomb Brand is worth $697, $997. Easily worth $697 or $997. Okay. I mean, the amount of information that is in here is insane. Absolutely insane, right? There are checklists. There's a style guide. This is at least worth $997. At least, okay? So let's talk about what's in here. How to establish your brand voice, choosing your tagline, ways to create a brand name, figuring out your brand's purpose, introduction to brand story, what is a brand story, how to build your brand story. This is a $997. You're allegedly in timeout, but you wonder, does it work? So you can try. It's up to you. No pressure. Entirely up to you. So this is what I was talking to Jen about, right? And this is what I say, because this also comes with a vault of done for you content. Okay, there is a vault of done for you content in here, over 150 products that you can sell. Okay, and they're already done for you. You can go to Canva, you can change the fonts, you can change the font colors and all of that, right? So there's this done for you vault. Okay, instead of selling any of these individually, to be completely honest with you, it just makes better sense to me to sell the entire program. It just makes better sense. No, what did you do, girl? What they say you did? Okay, it just makes better sense to sell the entire program. You can, if you sell the entire program, right? Like, so as I was saying about to my friend Jen, who was on, that you know, she has a beauty business, right? And so she's always coming in contact with people who are looking at starting a beauty business. What's the entire program? The entire program is called Digital Boss Academy. Okay, and so it is a community that is all about digital products, but it is also about basically building a solid business. Okay, so there is marketing information in here, like build a brand, digital marketing. There's content inspiration. There's a content vault that has over 43,000 pieces of content that you can use. Okay, there are 43,000 reels alone, plus there's more. Okay, oh, gotta watch words. Okay, and there is a done for you vault as well of those 150 products that you can customize to your brand and market and sell as your own. You get the license in order to be able to do that. Okay, and then there is video editing training, because if you are going to have a digital business in 2024, you're going to need to know how to edit video or hire people who do know how to. There is also automation. So if you're ever on IG, right, and someone says, oh, drop this word, and then I'll message you the information, that's an automation. And so you can get those set up. There is Canva editing, right? You want to know how to be able to go in Canva and edit those done for you products. So we train you how to do that, right? There is also TT training, which is the app that we are on. There's also, you can learn IG, and there is budget like a boss, because here's the bottom line. Most businesses do not make it for after 5 years. They don't even make it to the 5-year point. Most actually fail within the first 2 years. Why is that? Cash flow. It literally boils down to cash flow, because they have more expenses than they have cash coming in. Okay, and so that is why I added BPU to my offering, because sales is your cash flow. You have to be able to sell in order to be able to generate cash flow in your business. Okay, and so not only do you need to be able to have cash flow, you need to be able to budget. I always give the example of people who listen to Instagram, IG, financial pros. Notice the rabbit ears. And they go out and they make certain expenses, and then when it comes tax time, they find out they can't make that a deduction. Well, that's because they didn't budget. Because part of budgeting, and this is 22 years of 22 years of corporate experience speaking, part of budgeting is planning your expenses, right? And so when you hire these tax professionals, these financial professionals, you can let them know what expenses you are planning, and they will let you know if they are likely to be tax deductible or not. Okay, and then there is your business formation. So this is a business community, right? This is about building a business. Okay, there is the beauty business. Okay, so this, what does it say? It says all things beauty, templates, flyer, business cards, and more. So how to build a digital beauty empire. Okay, credit, how to improve your personal and business, as well as get different funding, affiliate marketing, Airbnb. Okay, so get fit. There's workouts every Monday where you can join in on Zoom, and then there's a Q&A and some bonuses. And then volume 2 is coming tomorrow, and volume 2 is 25 plus module. So Pinterest, LinkedIn, how to become a travel agent, how to become a virtual assistant, stocks, right? Learning how to invest your money in stocks. So there are 25 modules that are coming and available tomorrow. The great thing is if you join tonight, you get both volume 1 and 2, and you don't have to pay any additional fee for volume 2. I mean, that's a no-brainer, right? If you wait until tomorrow when it goes live, it's going to cost you $333 for both, where you can get both for only $111 right now, saving you $222. So that is what I would do, okay? Some other things coming in volume 2 is Faceless, Men's Module, Shopify, Printful, Webinars, Master Manifesting University, Funnels and AI Marketing. Like, this is like about future-proofing your income earning ability, okay? Advertising, life insurance, taxes, content that converts, DBA preview, MRR mastery, TikTok shop, UGC, which is user-generated content for beginners, becoming a travel agent, email marketing, one of my strengths. There's a Spanish module and some additional languages, YouTube or YT, stocks for beginners, social media monetization, how to become a virtual assistant, selling digital products, and KDP. Okay, so the idea is that you learn how to generate cash flow with digital products, and then what to do with that cash flow to design and build the life of your dreams is really what it's all about. And you can get started for only $27 while I'm live. Just click up here and go to the link in my bio and click the third button, okay? If you already have DBA, I would definitely encourage you to go to my link, and with Klarna or Afterpay, you can get started with BPU for only $25. Only $25. That's going to teach you how to sell. It's going to teach you threads, right? It's going to teach you, it's going to help you define, and you're going to get some worksheets for email marketing. Matt has a very similar background to mine, as well as a very similar teaching style to mine, okay? When I look at BPU, it reminds me a lot of my Pin Profits Mastery program, right? Like, even the way he will go live and he teaches and he's making the document while he's teaching, I do that in Pin Profits Mastery. I have a Google Doc up and I am filling it in as we are going through the content. That's mastery. That's knowing what you are doing. That is expertise. That is really knowing your material, okay? Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, I guess I can't see that other screen then when I have that up. Okay, so that is that. Okay, DBA. Time is winding down. If you want volume 2 and don't want to have to pay the additional fee. I know y'all gonna wait till the last minute. You're gonna wait till the last minute, and that's why I'm telling people to get in and get it done now. Don't wait until the webinar. You're going to pay more for it. Why would you do that when you can actually get started for only $27 right now? It just doesn't make any sense to me. None whatsoever. So new quarter begins tomorrow. Actually, in just a few hours here, it is a new quarter, okay? So if you've been following me for some time, you know that I do not do the year word. What is your word for the year and all that other crap? I instead focus on a 90-day year, okay? So basically quarterly. I set quarterly goals, and I do 90-day stints. I do 90-day campaigns where I focus on something for 90 days, and I run really, really hard at it. I think why a lot of people are struggling in their businesses right now is because they are focused on, focused on they are folks, okay, they should set 90-day goals and work in 90-day sprints. They should have 90-day campaigns in their business, but because they're chasing the annual goalpost, that is what trips them up. And because they haven't modernized their marketing, because they haven't and the reality is that some of them are calling themselves marketing strategists when they're not. They're not marketing strategists at all. They're not even marketers. They're just not. They're not. I mean, I've been in this game a long time. I know a marketer when I see one. Like when I saw Brooklyn, that's a marketer. When I saw Jaquela, that's a marketer. When I saw Matt, that he's a marketer. Some of Matt's top people, they are marketers. But some of these other girls that are out here calling themselves marketers, they're just not marketers. They want to be. They really, really want to be, but they're just not. And when I look at their accounts and the content and the lack of results, it's because they're just not marketers. And if they are, they aren't good ones. And that's why nobody's paying them for coaching like they pay me, right? Like I send out tens of thousands of dollars in proposals each week. Okay. Welcome. Why is this not working? I don't know why it's not working. Oh, there we go. Oh, so yeah, it's just a really exciting time to be alive, right? Like I was sharing earlier that you technically don't even need anything like Stan Store. You need a Stripe account or a PayPal account. Between that and a Google Doc, you don't have to have Stan Store. Do I recommend going the Stan Store route? Absolutely. But if like there was a girl I saw on Threads who was crying and upset because she really wants to buy DBA, but she lost her Stan Store because she didn't have the money to pay for it. So she didn't make the money during the 2 weeks, right? And I'm not a Captain Sava, so I am not going to go into too many details or offer too much of my time, talent, and effort to someone who was not able to figure out how to make a sale and cover the cost of their Stan Store, either with that sale or the number of people to use their link to pay for their Stan Store, right? You got to be tested. Some things you got to prove yourself in order to be able to get to someone and get their time and attention. Can we please normalize that and accept that sometimes you have to do the work? Not sometimes, you need to do the work. You need to do a minimal amount of work and show yourself worthy of someone's time and attention for them to pour into you, and stop feeling entitled to it. And I'm not saying this girl did. I'm just speaking in general, okay? But I am saying that, it's unfortunate that her Stan Store was getting shut down. But at the same time, where we are is a direct result and consequence of our own thinking and our own decision making, okay? So if you are in a situation where your Stan Store is shut down because you don't have the money to pay for it, something impeded you, something in your mindset impeded you and kept you from making the sales. And you need to figure that out, and you need to address that. You've got to work through that. I have an entire program called the Cash Flowing Business Growing Mastermind. You pick up on that? You pick up on that theme there? The Cash Flowing Business Growing Mastermind? You pick up on that? Okay, you pick up on that? We've been talking about cash flow and businesses being successful. The sales letter for that is what is the link for that? I don't know my TamiraHamilton.com, but this is a doc. This is a Google Doc, right? When I tell you that I know how to wake up, come up with an offer, and go market it and create money within 24 hours, this is an example. Okay, this is an example. Because this is a Google Doc. And where are my arrows? And when you scroll down this doc, there is a link to a Stripe checkout page. So you do not need a stand store. You do not have to have a stand store. I do recommend a stand store, however. Okay, so there, look at that. Cash flowing, business growing mastermind. Okay, so when they click this button, and this is what I like about Matt, because Matt is scrappy like me. He's got that corporate experience, but he still knows how to talk to his people. Okay, so here it is. There's the button to register. When you click that button, it's going to take you to a Stripe checkout. So you do not have to have a stand store. In fact, I need to just move this over to my tap link because that's where my, things are. But yeah, so here you can see Klarna is an option. Okay, so you gotta want it. You literally have to want it, but that's only half the battle. Okay, the other half is you gotta want it and be willing to do something about it. You have to want it and be willing to do something about it. You have to be willing to take inspired action. Buying the programs, buying the courses alone is not going to do it. You have to do something with it. You have to talk to people about it. You have to create content. And just creating content is not going to work for some of y'all. You don't have the social capital. You don't have the social capital built up. You don't have the audience. You don't have the community. And when you don't have that, you have to have a network, and you have to be able to communicate and pitch your network. You probably want to have a strong LinkedIn presence. And if you don't have it, you want to be building it. You want to begin speaking to people on LinkedIn and networking, right? Again, low-hanging fruit is on LinkedIn. Low-hanging fruit is on your profile, in your friends list on Facebook. Who are those people that are in monetization programs? They have no problem telling you that they're in the monetization program. They have zero problem telling you that, right? Other low-hanging fruit is people who have the professional account, because typically people switch to a professional account on FB because they want to be monetized. That's the number one reason people switch to that account, is for monetization and for bonus opportunities. My girl Portia is here. Hey girl, hey. Hey. Okay. So that is low-hanging fruit for both BPU, Business Pro University, how to sell digital products, along with DBA, Digital Boss Academy. Okay. You have to, listen to me, listen. It is not enough to just really want it. You can just, that's why a lot of people, when they pass away, they just have dreams. None of their dreams ever came true because they didn't actually do anything to make those dreams come true. They were waiting on their fairy godmother to show up and wave a magic wand and for their dreams to just appear. And it does not work like that, okay? You have to take inspired action. And DBA gives you, I've outlined it, DBA gives you the content. It gives you what you need to learn, how to form your business, budgeting, right? It gives you some specialties in volume 1, but a lot more specialties in volume 2. And it gives you the foundation, digital marketing, right? It gives you video editing. It gives you Canva editing, right? It gives you branding. The branding module alone is valued at $997 minimum. I have a market that I could go and present that to for $2,000 and they pay it. I've cultivated that level of client that would drop the $2,000 for Build a Bomb Brand. Absolutely. Unequivocally, I could easily sell Build a Bomb Brand for $2,000. Most certainly I could, right? It wouldn't be through live video on this app. It would be through conversation. It would be through conversation. Okay. So, you know, these are things that the whole concept of volume 1 and volume 2 is that you learn how to create the cash flow. Learn how to create the cash flow. And then volume 2 is what to do with the cash flow that you've created. How to use it to fund other businesses that you have, to you know, make investments in land, property, and other assets like financial instruments. It's taking you full spectrum and full circle, because it's not just about you doing it. It's about being able to sell it with 100% profit coming back to you. Because when people see what you are doing, again, if you run in 90 Day Sprints, you should be a different person at the end of 90 days, and people should see that transformation, and they're going to begin to ask, and you can start selling it before then, but you definitely will be selling it at the end of 90 days if you really get in, learn the information, and apply it. For some people, it begins to happen in 9 days, right? But in 90 days for sure. In 90 days for sure. One of the biggest questions is about faceless accounts, and I think you know, I've said this on other lives. What people have to understand is when it comes to faceless accounts is some of those people who have faceless accounts did not really build them from the ground up. Some of them did not build those accounts from the ground up. Okay. And I'm thinking of a specific demographic in on IG. I know for a fact some of those accounts were not built from the ground up. Those accounts were rebranded, renamed, and maybe even resold, and all the old content deleted. So they had an audience, and they rebranded the account and knew exactly what to say to that audience, and that is how those accounts got to be so successful and so fast, right? Yeah. Yeah, I'll just leave it at that. And then there are others who they might have started a new account, but they were also running ads to it. Ask me how I know, because I see the ads all day, every day. All day, every day on FB and IG. So what you have to understand when it comes to faceless accounts is, number one, aesthetic alone is not going to do it. And number two, if you are truly building it from the ground up without an email list, without ads, without having bought, sold, or converted, rebranded an existing high volume account, it's going to take longer for you to make connections for people to actually convert. It takes longer because they don't know who's behind the account, and there's no, it's hard, it's difficult to connect, right? It's going to be much more difficult to connect when they don't see your face, they don't hear your voice, they don't learn your mannerisms. They're not really learning a lot about you. And I can tell you that because there have been a couple instances in the past few weeks where people were interacting with me in live chats, on live videos, and I was ready to pop off because they're making really like strong language, and I think they ultimately meant well, but they forgot they were on a faceless account. So I'm not connecting with them as a person, I'm looking at them as a troll. And that's the risk with faceless accounts, right? And so if you are brand new and a beginner, you're going to be better off with showing your face, unless you are creating an account that is something like the Shade Room, which is an aggregator account, right? It is going out and it is curating news and buzz and gossip. So it is like IG created TMZ, basically, right? Baller alert, right? There are those types of accounts that are faceless, but still only a very small percentage of their content can actually be selling. How those accounts tend to make their money is not from selling digital products. What they sell is ad space. People pay to have their content on their platform, and that is why you'll see things like 26-year-old creates first black hair care line that does this or that. It's not really news. It's not really been in the news. They made it look like that so that it fits the overall theme of the Shade Room, for example. So, you know, I think a lot of y'all are going to be disappointed. And some of y'all are doing more hybrid, where you're doing faceless content along with showing your face. The thing is this, people are going to connect with you. People buy from people they know, like, and trust, not from faceless accounts, right? So there is something that a faceless account that is doing. Some of them are driving traffic to Facebook groups, and that is where the conversions are really happening. It's not really happening from people finding their reel, for example, and just going and buying. They are moving people through the buyer's journey, which includes moving them to a Facebook group, and it works. Because I did it with Au Chocolat, my Instagram account that was faceless and had 25,000 followers. Welcome, 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 welcome. And I had a video on FB on my business page that went viral, and I went through one by one and invited people into my group. And once they got in there, they were tagged on a post and people started buying. Okay, so you can't just look at because it's trending and everybody's talking about it, that it is an actual marketing strategy. There is a strategy behind it all, right? And there are multiple strategies behind it. Not all the strategies are the same. So you have to really study those strategies and actually go through their quote unquote funnels and learn how they're actually converting these people, because the majority of them are not being converted on the platform itself. They're either being moved to another community or platform, to an email list, to an SMS text message list, and or there are really teams behind it, meaning ad teams and even copywriters that are being paid a lot of money in order to be able to convert. Okay, so it's not so much about it being a faceless account, it's what is the system, what is the strategy and the system that is making it all work and happen. Let's see where we are and what time it is. Oh, but yeah, Matt is great. Matt and I have a lot of similar styles. Like, I listen to him and it's like listening to myself. So I'm really glad that I joined BPU. And I'm excited to see what else he does. And I might even join his community also. I really would love to. I know Brooklyn wanted to get away from that kind of model though, because she is a mom and, you know, she wants to spend more time with her son. So I get that. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it all plays out and how it all works. But this is what I've added. So this is what it's been like since I've joined DBA, okay? This is what DBA has added for me this month, okay? And that's just a little over 2 weeks, like 2 weeks and a day or two, okay? So I'm really excited. Tomorrow is a new quarter. It is a new 90-day campaign. It is a new 90-day run. What do you want to accomplish in this 90 days? What is the transformation? Those memes, thank you for the love. Those memes that talk about how you can completely change your life in 90 days or 6 months. 6 months is 2 90-day stints. It's 2 90-day campaigns. And I have literally done this time and time again. I block out the rest of the year. I don't think about the rest of the year. I just think about the next 90 days, and I focus on this 30 days first, and then I focus on the next 30 days, and then the last 30 days, okay? And so we are starting a new 90-day run. I actually have a series on TikTok where I went through, I know I did a video on setting your goals, right? How to set your goals. It was way back in April. So let me find it. I know I downloaded and streamed it as well on other platforms. I'll probably post it again. I might post it when I get off of here live. So come on in. Let me know where you're watching from. We're talking about digital boss summer. How to make this your digital boss era this summer. We're into the third quarter of 2024. It is a new quarter. So that's like having a new year start. What are your goals? What systems are you going to implement? What activities, what income producing activities are you going to get together for this next 90-day run? You know, focusing on it instead of focusing on the year. There's a concept called the 90-day year. And you can Google that, you can look that up, you can have ChatGPT summarize it for you. But the 90-day year, you'll end up with so much more being accomplished and done when you focus on the 90-day year instead of the whole 12, because a lot of people end up quitting because they don't really stick to it. It's a lot easier to stick to it when you shorten the time period and you really focus on 90 days. Okay, how did we end up all the way back in 2023? Okay, this is my birthday. Yep. So where is that? Okay, yeah, so here it is. It's these videos right here. Make this your best month ever. Those are the videos, okay? So that's part 2, part 3. Here's exactly how to make this your best month ever by a proven marketing strategist. Ta-da! Okay, so it is a 3, maybe 5-part, yeah, it is a 3-part series with a bonus tip. Right there, okay? So if you want to go back and watch those, I outline exactly how to make it your best month ever. Let's see. In fact, I think I did one long video and then broke it down.
One of 2 ways for you. It either was really great and you want to keep it going, or it just didn't quite hit the mark, or you completely missed the mark. But either way, you used to have 3 full quarters to make up for it. You also don't want to ride the coattails of first quarter and just assume.
So I'm not going to let that play for too long because from what I understand, they don't like that. So we're going to shut that down, okay? So we're going to shut that down because I don't want to be shut down, okay? So, you know, working in 30 and 90-day increments is going to really help you because, you know, you got to break things down. You know, how do you eat an elephant? 1 bite at a time. And we get overwhelmed, some of us, because we are thinking about the whole elephant instead of just the piece that's in front of us. Hey, girl, hey. Hey, good to see you. Good to see you. If you are thinking about DBA, time is running down. You want to join DBA before, you know, volume 2 launches tomorrow so that you can get volume 1 and volume 2 for only $111, $27 down. So I got to figure out how to do these stickers because I want a sticker. I want to put a sticker up, but, you know, let me know what questions you have. Let me answer your questions. They're stickers. Oh, well, that says follow me, not what I wanted it to say, but that's okay. Okay. So I am worthy. You keep coming back. What questions do you have? Let me answer your questions. What questions can I answer for you? Ask me Ask away, ask away. Stickers. There we go. Okay, so what are your questions? I will do my best to answer them. Questions that have been asked already is what is the program? So we went through DBA. Let's look at some more of the wins in DBA. We have a 16-year-old who's made like 2K. Right, a 16-year-old made like 2K. And nature is beginning to call, so I'm not going to be on here for much longer. Just hit 10K in 2.5 weeks of DBA. This is literally insane. Hey girl, hey! So glad to have you here as always. Ask me anything. What questions can I answer for you? Okay, here's another, people win in so many different ways, okay? Thank you. I have had DBA for about 3 weeks. I have gotten into, made 2 small commissions with TT Shop affiliate, and I got my first DBA sale tonight since getting this program. Plus, I am on the road to getting my credit in order. Look at that. Look at that. DBA, I'm telling y'all, there is something special and magical happening with this community. No cap, no BS. Like you have to be a part of it to feel it and see it. It is insane. Absolutely insane. I had to come over here and share it with you all. I got my first sale, you guys, during the Zoom call earlier. I started implementing what I learned in my Simple Thread Strategy Guide. And boom, I sold that very same guide today, y'all. She was on to something with that one. Oh my God, and it's my very first sale. I'm so geeked. Look at there, look at there. Look at here. Okay. Finally, first sale in the books, 2 weeks in. Well, it's a good feeling when you get your first sale. This is just the beginning. Let's go, DBA family. Keep pushing. Be consistent. Y'all, I love this community so much. I am so addicted to this community. You know, as a older African American marketer and digital marketer, it can be lonely sometimes, right? And I've been very blessed. I'm very grateful. I've made some awesome friendships and relationships and mentorships over the years. I really and truly have. But just being a part of DBA and seeing, and there's such a young energy, there's such an energy about it, and it being a very colorful space. It just, I absolutely love it. Oh my God, look at this. 40 sales in 10 days. 40 sales in 10 days. Look at that. 40 sales in 10 days. Slow and steady wins the race. No complaints here. I joined on June 18th. Started sharing content and emails June 20th. So I'm so hyped for July and volume 2. DBA is the winner's circle. I love that. I absolutely love that. Oh, I love that so much. So what questions do you have? Ask me anything, okay? I am here to answer your questions. A win from my live today. Where did it go? Things are moving around. So we'll go through this one. Made my first sale. I can finally say that I've made my first sale with DBA after having it for only a week. Only a week. That is so awesome. So you want to go to the link in my bio and click that third button. I'm going to be going here soon because nature is calling. Nature is calling. I made my first sale. I joined DBA when DBA was the bundle, so it's been almost 3 months now, but I'm a stay-at-home mom. of two needy toddlers. Okay, so you know she's gonna do her story. Just joined and so excited to delve in. That sounds like ChatGPT. Hi, I just joined, but I have a quick question. Can you really make a living off digital downloads? Okay, so the community is just awesome. People are winning left and right. Left and right. It's such I just get so excited about it. I just love it. I'm addicted to this wins tab. I love going through these wins. This is just it's so inspiring. It's so refreshing. It's so empowering. It's just incredible. So let me know what questions you have. I will gladly answer them. Don't sleep on BPU, Business Pro University. DBA is now at 7,700 members, close to 7,800. By tomorrow, I believe DBA is going to hit 10,000 right before Volume 2 drops, because people are going insane, absolutely insane. Okay. We just took a vote on something tomorrow. Oh my God, I can't wait to tell y'all. We just took a vote on DBA and something, and it is overwhelming. Overwhelmingly. Oh, y'all are going to love this. Oh my God. If you haven't signed up for the webinar, DM me so you can get on the webinar tomorrow. Oh my God. Oh my God. I love this so much. Y'all just don't know. You literally do not know. Oh my God. This is so great. This is so exciting. Just got the notes too from Matt's call earlier. Y'all, I love learning, but I am not someone who just learns. I have to learn and apply. Learn and apply, right? And that is going to be probably one of your biggest threats and challenges, is not actually activating. Not activating, right? What does Matt call it? Learn, activate, dominate. See, I'm picking it all up. Learn, activate, and dominate, right? You got to activate it. You have to apply. Information plus application equals transformation. If you do not apply what you are learning, you're not going to have the transformation. Just buying a course, just buying a program, buying an academy, buying a membership is not going to make it happen for you. No one is coming to save you. No one is coming to save you. You have to save yourself. No one's coming to save you. Not a single soul is coming to save you. You've got to save yourself, okay? You have got to save yourself, okay? This is an exciting time to be alive. It's such an exciting time to be alive. Oh my gosh. It is such an exciting time to be alive. I got to get active in my stories. I got to get back in my stories. So I'll be doing that. I just love this. I love this so much. I'm probably going to go work at my office tomorrow, which is my auntie's house around the corner. Go work over there tomorrow. I just love doing that. I don't know. I just love it. I'm just really loving life, and I'm super excited. And we are going to have this digital boss summer. This digital boss summer all the way, y'all. All the way. All the way. But I'm not going to be out here for much longer, because nature is calling. Nature is calling. Thanks for the follow, Barb. Thank you. All right, y'all. If we don't have any more questions, I am gonna go. I will chat with y'all later because oh my God, whew, the nature is calling. Talk to you later. Bye bye.